with just a hover. Yeah.
No, definitely not. He has to lock it in, of course. But it's going to be Udyr first and foremost. There's still plenty of time to pick up Nasus if that is indeed where Alphari wants to go. But I mean, I wouldn't walk away from this champion if I'm Santorin. In general, this seems like maybe the best first pick jungler right now. So it is interesting to see Olaf being traded back and forth. But I think they are both very powerful. I think though Santorin, like you said, can be more than happy to revisit this given how his first game went.
All right, we'll see. I think this right here is a great combination because, again, we went over last game how many weaknesses it does shore up. A lot of these situations, you get to use your bear stance, go for the engage, get your stun, force out something from your opponents. But there were a couple situations where running is not going to get you out of there, and the Lantern saved the day multiple times for Team Liquid members. I would also say last time Team Liquid were denied the Aphelios that you love to pair with the Thresh. This time it is still open. They could easily go for it again here.
Is that EG trusting in their preparation though here? So are going to take Gnar once again. We'll see if Seraphine also pops up or if there's something else that EG want to take. Maybe Deftly wants to play a different AD, so you pick up a marksman here and that changes the texture of your bottom lane. Maybe they have an entirely different idea about what bot lane they want to play, so that would obviously change Seraphine as well. But Ignar did have some great ults. I think the looks that we did see from EG that looked good in the 5v5 were off of the back of good Seraphine engages. But I do think Alistar can also do pretty similar things. Another very potent champion there for Ignar.
Yeah, I was going to say an engage support would be really good locking here so that then you don't get, double bans in phase 2. The Rel gets banned out, the Alistar gets banned out if you don't pick one up here. And can we get it this time? What I was looking for last time, Aphelios Thresh here, baby. This is one that Tactical and CoreJJ have used very effectively in solo queue. They let it go with just the tease hover. Okay. Back to the Jayce. They want to lock this one again. Alphari obviously had a good lane matchup there. Got some abuse off on Impact. And the team did focus topside too to help him control these waves, help him get the bounce back so he could try and deny more, set Impact up in dangerous situations. That being said, I actually thought there were a lot of them that Impact played really well. You do have to rush your steel caps. You do have to go very defensive runes and Doran Shield starter. But I thought for most of it, he actually played and dealt with that pressure very well, which is not surprising considering Impact in his history.
Absolutely. There's a little story as well. I feel like it's kind of like Jayce, right? I mean, if you don't remember, Jayce was actually the 100th champion. He was made in celebration of that milestone. Now I have no idea actually how many champions we have. It's like 160 plus. But, Jayce was very complex for the time when he was released as the 100th champ. And then Aphelios is very complex for champions that have been released quite recently. So, somewhat similar there.
I'm not buying it, okay? I still want the combo. Now he's banned out. Now we're not going to get it. Great job.
All right. Well, there's always next game, Kirby. Twist of Fate, Syndra, and unfortunately, Aphelios are going to be the 3 bans here in Phase 2 with one more to go from EG. 20 seconds until they select another champion to take out of the pool. We'll see if they keep going after Tactical here. Obviously, CoreJJ's got his Thresh, so he can't be banning away the support in this time around. It is interesting, actually, to see Team Liquid give Core so much priority, not because he doesn't deserve it, he's a great player, but so much of his success last year, I felt like, came from counter-picking in the support role, but seems to be very comfortable on Thresh with the setups that they're running, so EG decide that's enough bot lane focus, they'll ban away Orianna as their 5th ban. Yeah,
I was going to say that with these bans, you can tell Team Liquid are setting up for their blind pick mid lane, actually, and saving counter pick for the AD carry, which is pretty rare. But when you're banning out your Syndra and your Twisted Fate, EG catches on there with the last one. They ban away the Orianna themselves. Once you see Azir here, they're daring Jiizuke to go Ekko. They know it's one of his most played, strongest champions. They want to see, all right, are you actually going to play this into Jensen Azir and force yourself into some early playmaking? Because they are now set up with some really, really big carry potential and a lot of safety that Azir brings to a backline when you have a solo lane like Jayce for your top side as well. It really does fortify their position towards some of these team fights later on. Yes, they take it!
Locked in for EG. Jiizuke is going to throw down the gauntlet, I guess.
Challenge accepted. He picked up the gauntlet. So Team Liquid threw it down. Yeah. He picked it up. Let's see if he slaps him in the face with it or if he's going to just get run through here in the duel. But it is going to be the Kalista combo with Thresh. Another really good combination there. This is very interesting because we keep on hyping up tactical CoreJJ for the 2v2 kills. Very possible with Thresh Kalista versus an Alistar lane here. It's one of the combos that can actually punish Alistar pretty heavily. So I wonder if we are actually going to have topside jungle starts here this time around for the junglers and have, you know, like the level 4 presence on bottom side, because neither of them wants to, you know, do anything crazy and actually cut short their full clear, but they could at least start on that side of the map so they could end up down there for some early pressure.
Yeah, I like actually saving AD for counter pick, like you said, where, you know, I'm kind of wondering, like, what option do you even have?
Yeah, I am so ready to get into this one. What an epic buildup we have had. You know, testing out some new strategies here, going over the draft for as long as possible. Let's get into it, though. We are back, and let's play some video games.
Alrighty, my favorite thing. Play/watch video games. Actually, it's probably watch video games. And these two teams, oh, such a joy to watch here. Is Team Liquid out onto the Rift early. Looking around for perhaps Svenskeren here. CoreJJ is going to be ready with the old Hookarooski flash hook. Going to force the flash.
Okay, let's see. Olaf without flash. Team Liquid actually not giving up on it here.
Ignar, the one in trouble here. Good rip of the spears there from Tacticals. Ignar is going to lose an awful lot of health. He is phase rush, and we've seen this kind of be a common thing with Alistars when they choose phase rush over something like Aftershock. You are awfully squishy, especially pre-6. So Ignar going to take a pretty big chunk of damage, but just going to go back to base and refill before the lane starts. So nothing much really lost there.
And once again, we are going to have deep vision here on the start. It looks like, regardless of that ward on blue buff and regardless of his flash being blown, Svenskeren is going to start topside like we were talking about 20 minutes ago, setting up this draft phase for some bottom side. And he's going to just do the very standard Olaf clear for blue, full clear towards bottom half of the map. Let's see what Santorin does about it over the crab fight, because last game was really ruled by the early double crab from Santorin, getting him such a good experience lead in the jungle and allowing Team Liquid to just roam from winning lane to winning lane, picking up these neutral objectives and getting such an early lead.
Well, you saw first blood already. There's Tactical killed CoreJJ, despite CoreJJ's excellent play in game number 1. But that is unfortunately a function of Kalista. But it looks like he's back and healthy, and they're pushing the 2v2, so feeling pretty good down there in the bot lane. Right now, Jensen and Jiizuke trading blows early. Certainly a lane that Jiizuke wants to arrest control of early if he can, but Jensen is going to try and keep Ekko at arm's length, but Jiizuke is already in there with the electrocute, as you might expect. So again, wanting to maximize the all-in pressure when you do go in on top of the Azir. But here comes Santorin, nice and early.
Hover to top side for Jiizuke, should be fine since he warded top side. He's not quite.
Oh, he's bad. The flash is going to be caught, but Santorin's going to go under the tower, and first blood it is indeed. Santorin going to nab it.
He didn't hover towards the top side, towards his ward. That's what we mentioned in Champ Select on this matchup. The whole matchup hinges on Ekko being able to go for E-trades to play aggressively and trade health. But look at this. He walks back down towards the mid area of the lane, and that's close enough for Santorin to flash. That's why Udyrs love trading their flashes early on, because you get 2 procs for your phase rush with your auto, since your Tiger does have the dot that you apply, and then you basically instantly are able to get it there off of flash with your bear slap into Tiger stance, and your dot will be enough to finish him off. Really, really good early move from Santorin. Last time around, full clear into double Scuttle Crab. But the adaptation here with a change in Champ Select. This is what makes great junglers. Playing off of what the lane matchups dictate here. They know Ekko has to go for these aggressive early trades, or he's going to just cede full control of the minion wave and full control of the lane. And so he takes advantage. Santorin right off the bat there.
All right, well, in the replay, actually, Jensen lost his flash because Jiizuke TP'd back in and then pressured Jensen enough to lose the flash and then force his own TP, which he's now used. So Jensen is down a little under a wave right now, although he's equalizing that as we speak, as he's got the minion wave right near his tower. That does increase some of the volatility in mid lane, like we were talking about in Champ Select, which now feels like an eon ago. But, you know, Jensen going to have to be a bit more careful with using his with how he pressures in the lane because he's used his flash. And of course, Jiizuke going to be the same story, particularly if Santorin wants to go for a revisit. So all good right now. Team Liquid actually up over 1,000 gold, or just about 1,000 gold, thanks to that first bot and that good pathing from Santorin. But still the game very much with plenty left to play here.
Yeah, Azir can, when you have no flash like this, hold on to your soldier and just keep it for the move block away. It does, as you're saying, mean you can't use that offensively. It is a big chunk of damage you can't go for. Svenskeren trying to now make up for it, hovering around mid. They've got extra vision up towards the top side here, but Santorin will meet him on the second spawn of Raptors and chase him right back out.
Yeah, must know that I think saw the ward, but he's going to pop into the Raptor pit and pop the Phoenix stance, which makes it very efficient. But Santorin now chasing down Svenskeren, who still has no flash. CoreJJ also up here, Alphari also up here, so Jayce going to stop Svenskeren. In fact, Alphari going to flash in there. Ignar has roamed up. That's going to move him away, but Ignar with the flash Q is going to get two there. Now Alphari now nice and low with Jiizuke. He's going to finish it off as Impact TP's in to try and scoop onto CoreJJ. He goes.
Definitely comical messages popping up. Those are just leftover, though, from the previous circumstances. It's really just funny how the timing works out. Alphari flashing in. Let's get this jungler with no flash. But EG has reinforcements. Ignar on the roam. Alistar there to save the day. Turns it around for EG, getting them some much-needed gold, getting them some much-needed control back of the map. As you mentioned, PastryTime, Svenskeren, he's got to bail on this because he was doing that with still a long flash timer. Now, though, Ignar, once he gets there, he's able to flash in with the Q, knock up. Jiizuke gets the kill as well. So this really has ramifications for the rest of the game. Ekko getting that kill does so much after the disaster that happened early with the Udyr gank. Now he gets to fund his Sorcerer Shoes, which you then get to roam around to your side lanes, keep up your pressure, threaten these dives. You can use your ultimate to snap back after going very aggressive for dives. So it's one of the things here now with the extra move speed from your Sorcerer Shoes plus the magic penetration. Jiizuke's got a lot more options and EG still in it.
You see Alphari, they're getting nice and aggressive in the one-on-one as Svenskeren looks to take the first Drake of the game this time around. Does have enough space to do so, so much like Udyr, Olaf also very good at soloing these Drakes, but he's going to get some help from Deftly and Ignar. More as coverage than anything else, but EG this time will be the first ones to claim a dragon in game number 2. The Santorin still clearing, but not nearly the same lead he had before. It does have those early steel caps, which will protect him in any sort of engagement. And as you mentioned, the shoes there for Jiizuke, not something we actually see all that often, but I think with how aggressive he wants to be playing here, certainly a good choice there for the Sorks, despite how good Ionian boots are on a wide array of champions and how good Merc trades can be on someone like Ekko. Jiizuke knows his plan. He just wants to get aggressive as often as possible.
And look what he did there. He just took his minion wave timing of 30 seconds after pushing with your level 4 Q up to place 2 control wards. So he first cleared out this route. This is the second time he's making this hover up towards top side. He first invested in this ward behind the red buff control ward that he's sitting on now. Since he didn't find a control ward on the first pass, he goes back, clears out one more minion wave. That gives you a hall pass to give 30 more seconds to make another roam attempt. But since they have Alphari backing off, heads right back mid. Good chunk here onto Jensen and continues to threaten these all-ins.
Yeah, that stun just barely hit Jensen in the parallel convergence, but luckily for Jensen, he was far enough away that there was no bigger all-in incoming from either Jiizuke.
They want to fight it. Look at this rotation. They've got Tactical heading here a little bit quicker than Deftly. Deftly is Jhin though, so he could open up with ult.
Good spot. The sweeper actually, I believe, found Ignar, and he's so chunked already. Now Tactical's going to flash in. He's going to get the kill as Team Liquid. Going to pop the Fate's Call and keep going. Ragnarok has been used. Santorin low does get rooted by Deftly, who's going to start shooting. The Lantern is there. Santorin's going to go, but he has to find a safe way out. Impact flashes in towards him, but he gets stunned and hooked, and that's Santorin going to be cleaning up the kill. Now the rest of TL going to fight the remaining members of Evil Geniuses, but there's no follow-up just yet. But CoreJJ always on the hunt for another play. The Flay is going to be good. Svenskeren is going to get healed up by Deftly, but Tactical's going to rip out the spears and grab the next one. As now Tactical is the one in trouble, but CoreJJ just keeps going. Another kill comes in as Jiizuke does chrono shift out of there. Tactical does die as Core's now going to finally have to run away from the engagement, which hasn't felt like something he's needed to do all series long. And a good play is not enough to protect him, unfortunately, as Deftly is going to put the final shot in. Ignar doesn't want to steal it, and Deftly will indeed grab the kill.
What a chrono shift there from Jiizuke to stay alive. It was one more hit to going down. He stays upright here. Just enough mana, just enough health to be able to survive it. EG, though, just bleeding money now to Team Liquid. So much gold given over, and they haven't even used that Rift Herald. I don't believe they were able to pick up the eyeball afterwards for EG. Ignar, though, is the target. As I mentioned, on the mini-map, you can see Tactical heading over first with the rotation. Santorin taken down low, takes the Lantern to avoid the ultimate shots here from Deftly, gets out of range of that, but into range of impact, then immediately flash and is just there for the stun. They say no more follow-up. CoreJJ will make follow-up, gets the kill here for Tactical. Then Jiizuke goes all in on him, stays there for a last bit of damage, and just is able to get off his ultimate to snap right back. And knowing that Ignar is going to be able to follow up here on CoreJJ, easy Jhin snare on the knocked up target. Ignar lets him have it, doesn't steal it away with the extra auto there. And EG getting some money back for themselves, but still trying to dig themselves out of that early game hole.
Yeah, really fun exchange. Team Liquid still up about 1,400 gold though. Santorin actually topping the charts right now, which has to feel good as Udyr. 201, they're going to contribute plenty of extra money in his hands. Tactical and CoreJJ also enjoying the swap that has happened briefly here, as they're going to get some plates here in the 2v1, as Paul Impact is just going to have to play back towards his tier 2 tower, but will be swapped back soon, although a ton of plates going to be collected as Tactical should be able to get yet another one alongside his support. And Jensen continuing to be beaten up here by Jiizuke in mid lane, who does have the Hextech Alternator now finished building up towards the Rocket Belt, so lots more trading power here for the Ekko, despite Jensen being ahead in CS.
Yep, that early kill onto Jayce definitely doing a lot for him as well. You know, the extra speed from your early upgraded Sork shoes allows you to threaten some deeper stuns as well, because it's sometimes very difficult to get just in range of the parallel convergence to get just on the edge. But Jiizuke is so good at throwing those from Fog of War, and then just the extra little bit of move speed for your dash in gets him within range, and Jensen has been the victim of it too many times, so he has to play way more defensively now. That's what you have to. Okay, Santorin.
Base check, despite the turbo chem tank, he's going to have to take the Lantern out, does get away. Good play as well to keep Ignar out of the show, but Santorin is going to be felled as Jiizuke goes over the wall with the blast gun, and CoreJJ low as well. No one's going to escape as 2 kills will go into the hands of EG.
And you better not give him this Ekko again. The gauntlet was thrown in Champ Select. Jiizuke is all over the map. He loves making plays, roaming around for his team. Okay, mini-map, you see Azir heading up. Jensen trying to do something, but he walks right past the previous ward that was laid for the Rift Herald, so he's not going to get anything back. And Jiizuke actually even chases him away from the mid lane. As you see there, EG pulling this one back. They've got 2 dragons, despite the gold deficit still standing, making continuous offensive plays. And guess what? It's Ignar and Svenskeren, 2 people we were looking at in the offseason, theorizing how these 2 playmakers, these 2 aggressive, supportive role players have been able to actually combine for some real plays here. Waiting up in that brush, Santorin walks right into them. They get double kill out of it. They get dragon number 2 out of it. And this is what you want to see in a best of 5 series. EG fighting back with all they've got.
Yep, Santorin and Koldo continuing to be very active, so clearing out the vision around the dragon area, trying to get hold of that area once again for when the next objectives will eventually spawn in 4 minutes time from now. Ignar doing some reconnaissance of his own though, finds a ton of Team Liquid wards in their own red side jungle, so he's going to do a good job of cleaning most of those out. And Mythic's now finished for both junglers, and Gale Force also done for Deftly, so those first items starting to come online on either side. TL, yes, still up 1,000 gold, but not a big lead. As you mentioned, as Tactical and Core are just going to push the wave in and then go ahead and clear out the rest of the vision, although maybe take it back here, as I do see 2 recalls in the bottom side of the river. Impact doing okay here in the top side. I don't think nearly as well as he was in the last time these 2 were in the isolated 1v1. Alphari with a decent CS lead right now, about 15 to 20, but Impact still again playing back, trying not to eat too much poke and using grass to keep himself healthy and going those defensive choices in the early items as well. So it feels like without any intervention of another champion, Alphari and Impact are just going to be locked in this 1v1. With Alphari slightly ahead, but not so far ahead that Impact feels too much pressure right now.
I mean, the big thing to me was how Team Liquid handled those swaps. They did 2 extra minion waves to be able to pick up and create these farm leads for themselves in addition to the extra turret plates. And that's where all this money is coming from. It was in how they were able to pull off the lane swap after the big skirmish that happened up around Rift Herald. Now, though, mid lane focus, Jensen trying to bait a little bit while they just split the map. Bottom tower finished off very easily by Tactical because of all those turret plates we were talking about them getting off their swap. And they're easily able to get the first turret bonus on top of it. And they should just continue going. This does mean that Alphari is playing on the side of the map where they have no vision and they know that all the rest of the Evil Genius members should be. So he's got to be very cautious about it, but you can see him already backing off from that outer turret, expecting the EG handoff.
Yep, very responsible there for Alphari. Tactical, can't see anyone else right now, well, except for Deftly, of course, but he's going to keep moving this wave in and should be able to take this, actually. Santorin also going to come down. Tower's going to go. Impact almost ready to flip into the ulti form, but Jiizuke is roamed down again as Santorin now has to get out of there. Going to be chased on by Jiizuke, pops that rocket belt, but Santorin going to be able to bear stance away to safety.
Yep, one of the few champions that can just run away from Ekko, skirt on the edge of your parallel convergence, and he gets out just fine. Meanwhile, Jensen does get a decent amount of damage on the tower, but Svenskeren clears out the minion wave quite quickly to clean that up and defend it. Let's see about the rotation now that the outer towers have been traded going down. Whoa!
Good flip, but Jiizuke is out of there, says thanks for the trip. Just a trade of ultis there, nothing too crazy.
Okay, this is what this is what it's turning into, though, because it is left alone on top side for Alphari, pushing the minion wave in with support. CoreJJ and Tactical heading over from mid. They actually could have diverted and gone up there to support him in the tower take, but they're just tripling up on mid lane here where EG have defenses. So I think that's just going to be a handoff and transition back down, setting up for this dragon, catch the Gnar wave instead.
Yeah, get your vision as well. CoreJJ with the sweep, Tactical with the control ward. CoreJJ continuing to, of course, drop vision, but they're going to go for the play here. CoreJJ going to be flipped in by Tactical, and now Impact's going to be killed there. Just such an easy pickup for Team Liquid, who again have such good control of the map.
I mean, this is the split map, though, that we're talking about and how it's going to play out as far as your long push. It's pretty funny. Tactical CoreJJ with the wall hop here. Kalista ultimate into Lantern. Just jump right over it. Secure the collapse. And they've got the wards to do it. Fully warded up here. 2 towers taken on the bottom side. You know you have to play more cautiously than that in the long lane. Alphari, we were crediting him for doing exactly that on TL's top side. Same happens here on bottom side, but TL make the collapse good. They pick off the kill, and now Rift Herald activated in mid should just be taken down with the numbers advantage.
Yeah, again, Tactical loading up the spears. Shelly going to get distracted mid lane. Here's the Ragnarok popped as Svenskeren actually ate a hook, and now a death as Tactical just finishes him off alongside the Herald. He's going to get locked up there by Deftly. Tactical going to have to dance away, but he does indeed do so as Alphari has TP'd in. Now it's a 5v4 for Team Liquid with the Dragon up. They should be able to take all these objectives in the center of the map.
Svenskeren is a Shelly stan. He was not going to let her go down alone. He wanted to usher her up to the tower, but it's just so dangerous. Even as Olaf there, hooked right in. CoreJJ will take that one. Thank you very much. Locks it up for Team Liquid. They give up so much there with that play. It even caused like a half hover from Jiizuke. He pulled off of the turret to start coming down towards mid before they completely lost out on the play with Olaf dying there, and that is going to be 3 things going right out the window for EG. Dragon stacking stopped, mid lane control lost, doesn't get the extra pressure on top side either.
And I mean, Jiizuke's trying. He's going to be split pushing here on the Ekko. Very potent champion in any sort of side lane. So he's going to try and get some leverage there, but Alphari not really too worried, and like you said, has been playing very well on the weak side. Team Liquid have stopped the flow of dragons here on the EG side, so they've taken one for themselves, which delays the soul, much like happened in reverse in game number 1. And it does just feel like, again, that same Team Liquid thing where
party time
build up into an avalanche as Jiizuke going to be picked up by Core. Oh, into the ulti, almost straight into the waiting arms with the flavor. The hook connects, of course it does. It's CoreJJ. He don't miss as Jiizuke is going to get slain by Alphari.
Yep, you can see that rotation on the minimap coming 30 seconds ahead of time. Looks like Svenskeren wants to make good on it, though.
Ignar here as well. How do you get out of this one? CoreJJ going to have to Houdini his way out, but Santorin's fighting Ignar. Deftly is here and is going to put a stop to the CoreJJ great escape, but Santorin still dancing around the skill shots. Maybe thinking about contesting for this blue buff because Alphari's here and he's pretty strong. Ignar does have ulti. The blue buff is going to be kept safe here by Svenskeren, who will pick it up, but TL still happy to take the trade.
I mean, Houdini did end up dying in a magic trick as well, so a bit fitting there for CoreJJ. Can't quite pull that one off, and they do get a vengeance kill for Jiizuke's valiant death up on the top side, unable to dodge out on CoreJJ's death sentence, but Svenskeren chases him down. Still, it is going to be difficult now from this position for EG to regain control of the map. They really need, another really big play here. I think Jiizuke on the Ekko has been so good for them, but it's going to have to come up with some more magic of his own. Does use his ultimate here to try and escape, snap back to CoreJJ, but then he's within range of the death sentence, and CoreJJ reads him. No dodge there. Means that one goes down. Svenskeren, as you know, answers it. And you can see the collapse is happening too in these rotations a little bit ahead of time. That's why these wards that we're pointing out through the jungle that TL have gotten with their early advantage on towers. All outers under fire so early. And Team Liquid are taking advantage, pushing that ward line so deep.
Well, Tactical's got Runan's Hurricane now, so very happy with the pace of his game and build. 3-1 and 2, 450 extra gold. His bounty if Evil Geniuses can slay the Kalista, but Tactical going to make that challenging job there with the Immortal Shield Bow also done as his first item, and of course his mythic for the game. A minute 50 until the second Ocean Dragon is up. As TL have the Sun Tower in mid, just again continuing to keep control, vision up. CoreJJ always on the lookout for a potential play, and the top lane adder is just so frail at this stage of the game. It doesn't feel like EG should spend too much time defending it. Can you stop it, CoreJJ? Just stop. Stop hooking people. Svenskeren going to get poked out there by Jensen, as Baron going to be started by TL.
Number one job here for Team Liquid, keep your eyes on the initiators. Ignar must be tracked at all times. Impact must be tracked at all times. Watch out for that teleport flank. That's how EG can try and bring this one back. The Baron's just getting blown up though. No vision inside for EG. I think they're going to be too late. That thing has been left alone and Azir is wailing on it.
CoreJJ going to put the box down. They're going to have to finish the objective. Surely that's the call here as Jiizuke's got a parallel convergence lined up. The Baron goes down to TL, but can they get out alive? The Lantern is going to keep Tactical safe as Santorin flashes out, and Team Liquid going to get away with the steal as Jensen not even going to be taken out, as in fact the Ragnarok will be committed there as Ignar's found the engage onto the front line, but CoreJJ's picked up Svenskeren with the Ignite. Impact finds one only with the ulti, and that's not enough. The hooks continue to rain down. Jiizuke going to get locked up as well, and Team Liquid are going to win it all. 3 kills and the Baron, thank you very much. In fact, it may be more as Alphari going to chase down Deftly, who flashes on top of the blast cone, but that's not enough to keep safe. Tactical is going to want to pass. That's another, that's the last, and that's the Bud Light Aces. Team Liquid just collect everything.
You can say that one again, PastryTime, because this one just got blown out of the water. Team Liquid, a Bud Light ace. Udyr doesn't even die at the end, not even close. Santorin's got the math on that tower shot, finishing off this inhibitor turret easily. I think with the respawn timers, they're going to want to play it a little safe. Yeah, don't overextend. You just made so much gold for Team Liquid. They can easily go for a reset. The door is already open on top side now. They can just reset, grab the dragon number 2, then go push on mid and bottom. Here's another look at how it started. But really, it was about the lead up. It was about those 15 seconds, basically. Team Liquid just wailing on the Baron with their Azir. Without any vision from EG, and they come to check it a little late. Smite goes in the favor of Team Liquid. That was just a nasty engage right there. Santorin, as the Udyr walks up, he's very willing to take that Gnar ultimate. That's the only thing the entire team was worried about. That's why they were kiting back. So Now we just continue the bloodshed.
Can't outrun the Udyr. Oh, maybe you can. In fact, maybe Impact's just a better target. Alphari going to lock him down as Santorin moves in for the bear stance kill, and Jensen, the one to claim the last hit. But a team effort really as Team Liquid get yet another kill. Their 13th of this game as they're looking to just smash down the bottom half of the map here. This bottom lane inhibitor tower is not long for the world, Kobe.
Look at Jiizuke up there on the mini map trying to split push his little heart out. Good attempt, but there's no way they're going to get anything done. Yeah, he's trying to push it with all he's got, but Team Liquid have Baron buff inside the base, and they're not going to stop.
Not at all. In fact, they're just going to keep going here. It's a 4v3 right now for EG. Ignar starting off the initiation, but CoreJJ just going to make him pay for that one. I don't even think with the ulti he can really survive. His tactical's got the rend. Yes, he does. Going to grab the kill, the tower down. His Team Liquid still trying to fight it out here, but Impact, he's respawned. He's back with no rage. And the Baron cannon is still hammering down that tower. His tactical's even getting aggressive. Now going to get the parallel convergence happening. That was perhaps a step too far. The shutdown happens for Deftly, but I don't know if they've got enough. Oh my goodness, that Gore Drinker. Svenskeren stays alive for so much longer, but still not enough to actually do anything else. As Impact's going to get thrown back by the Emperor's Divide, and Team Liquid are just going to keep collecting kills. EG, they have thrown themselves at the enemy in an attempt to keep the Nexus alive, but Kobe, I've got bad news. I don't think it's going to work as this TP looks so bold. Jiizuke, with the flank of a lifetime, is trying to keep his Nexus alive.
Ignar.
Liquid. They've opened it
there.
up. Deftly's getting poked. Someone's got to do something here. That Hex Flash isn't it. The combo's going to land onto CoreJJ, but the hook finally misses on screen. And they're just going to take the Nexus. Jiizuke just doesn't have anything. He's got no ulti, got no flashes. Team Liquid, see you later. Nexus number 2 is theirs. 2-0 now for Team Liquid.
Team Liquid right there. What a big play at Baron. They slip right in. Jensen melts it with the Azir. EG come check a little bit late, and then losing the fight afterwards. That's just an avalanche of power for Team Liquid. They take that one straight to the base.
I can't overstate how clever it was for Team Liquid to do the Baron with Kalista split pushing a side lane. Because in the minds of EG, they're like, there's no way they're on Baron. It's 20 minutes. It's just spawn. The Kalista's pushing lane. It's fine. They're probably resetting. Like, all the little choices that Team Liquid made to get to that point in the game, that Baron take, just so bold, so confident, was the cherry on top for me. Because, again, like, Kalista's the thing that I think of when I think, oh, a super fast early Baron. And Tactical's just busy split pushing away, distracting them.
There are two main mid laners that I always keep in the back of my mind for Baron sneaks now, after many years of jungling, is Azir and is Cassiopeia. Those two can duo Barons in the mid stage of the game with pretty much anybody else tanking for them. Team Liquid are able to pull it off. Definitely congrats to them, because now with this 2-0 lead, plus having the choice, this is definitely looking like they've got it set up for a finals date with Cloud9. But we had a reverse for them to get there, so everybody for EG, rally caps on, see if you can get another reverse sweep this weekend.
Guarantee Cloud9 has already made the tweet. it's out there. I'm sure it's
actually
out there on the internet already.
Actually true.
So, you know what? That's it worked yesterday. Perhaps it'll work now for EG, but not looking good here. And I think I did like how much more active Jiizuke was allowed to be. I think maybe he overstepped his bounds a few too many times. And again, the CoreJJ is just everywhere in any single game. It's getting to the point now where I absolutely think you should just ban Thresh and see what else he has, because Thresh is working, and working perhaps too well, especially in tandem with the likes of the Udyr. But I mean, there's too many holes in the ship to plug them all, right? So you have to make very intelligent choices, EG, and I do want them to keep unlocking Jiizuke, because I don't think they're going to be able to take the lead that they need to in the mid game if Jiizuke is just left, out-farming Jensen, trying to out-farm Jensen 1v1 in mid. Like, that's not how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, he was making a lot of good plays on the Ekko, little sparks of life for them. But again, coming down to some the execution around these fights, some of the picks there for Team Liquid, just too many.
All right, well, that's 2 games in the books now for Team Liquid as they take a 2-0 lead.